Could your emotions be killing you? Let's talk about it, and by the end of the video, hopefully you'll have an idea and we'll be able to work on it together.
Ah! Oh! Oh!
In this video, we're going to talk about the complex and somewhat massively nuanced world of men and their feelings. Men get really mixed signals from society about what we're supposed to do with our feelings, if we're even supposed to have any. Are we supposed to be more sensitive? Are we supposed to be a little bit more Spartan and hold that back? Are we supposed to be able to show everything and express it to everybody around us? Are we supposed to save it for a couple people? Whatever the case is, I don't know about you, but I've never, up until maybe the last 5 or 6 years of my life, felt like I had any idea what to do with what I feel. So we're going to go through 4 things that I want you to know that if your emotions are going to kill you, here's reasons why. So the first one is your physical health. Have you heard this before? That your emotions, if you're stuffing them, if you're not dealing with them, if you're suppressing them, they can create physical health symptoms. Our bodies are not like all here and then some here. We're a holistic, gigantic unit that all works from head to toe, all simultaneously. We're a very amazing machine. So all of the feelings that we have that we're not dealing with, they're in our body. Think of emotions as energy or electricity. And if it gets stuck inside and it has no way to express it, it can make you sick. Chronic stress, chronic fatigue, these things are they're dangerous. Your body can be full of cortisol. If you're feeling a lot of anger or sadness, or if you don't feel like people even know how to listen to you, maybe you don't even have a vocabulary to express what you're feeling, creates adrenaline, cortisol. It's one of the worst things that your body can be full of. It's your stress hormone. And if your body's packed with it, but you've got this stoic face, it doesn't work. It's going to make you sick. Studies show that men who repress their emotions are more likely to suffer from cardiovascular issues, heart disease, and eventually like your life force gets drained. Not dealing with your emotions is going to create all sorts of symptoms. You could have backaches. You could have all sorts of these weird symptoms that you wouldn't even imagine have to do with how you're feeling and you're not expressing it, not dealing with it, not letting it out. Finding a healthy outlet for your emotions can help you stay healthy. That's number 2, your mental health. Again, your brain is not separate from the rest of your body. How many of us work with people that are overly emotional and you wonder what the heck's going on inside? They're just as difficult to deal with for some of us as those who are feeling a lot, but they're not showing it. It's like a ticking time bomb. Either way, whether you're massively expressive and you wear your heart on your sleeve, or you're complete stoic and you've read all these Roman emperors' books on what to do about not feeling too much, and now it's ticking away inside of you. Depression. I mean, do we really need to talk about how serious of an issue depression is for men? Depression affects men more than women. You can look it up, all the statistics. I'll even maybe put some in the links below. But depression is not, it's not a game. And a lot of that has to do with shit that's not moving inside of you. Your mental health, your sense of happiness. You can get into like emotional cycles where you're just getting in a loop and you feel hopeless. You feel like, what's the point? I mean, there's so many mental health issues associated with stuffing your feelings, and they all kind of build on each other. I'm really not trying to bring it down here. I know this is really heavy, but fuck, I care about the state of men's health in this world. It's why Andrea and I have dedicated, this is what we do. We're trying very hard to help. I've sat in circle with men who have sometimes never really dealt with their true feelings. And when they come out, man, they explode. And then they start to talk about how their headaches are going away. They're like, their physical symptoms are clearing up. And then they're feeling a little more optimistic. Hope and optimism can move gigantic walls of all the other stuff that's hiding behind there. It's serious business. Let's talk about the other one, relationships. If you're suppressing your feelings or if you're mismanaging your feelings, think about the relationships that you have. There's a good chance You've got a lot of people who love and respect you. They're looking up to you. You know, they count on you on some level. And if you're not dealing with your emotions, everyone's also dealing with you dealing with your emotions. I'm fine. I said I'm fine. I'm fine. You know, those four-letter words like fine. Your relationships, like if you have kids and they never see you really express what's truly your feelings, what you really think and wonder about, what your philosophy is, how you feel about the world, um, it affects those intimate bonds that you would like. It's a vicious cycle. Those intimate bonds that help you feel safe allow your nervous system to find a way to express itself. And it's like if you're not in a healthy bond with someone, then you don't have that safety to find a way or motivation to express and deal with what's really true for you. And that, speak for myself, it sucks ass. And I don't want that for you. Number four, self destructive behaviors. For a lot of men, myself included, pain just kind of goes with the landscape. Um, there's a lot of feelings involved with being a man, especially if you're not dealing with your feelings. It's not like they just go away if you're not dealing with it. They go somewhere and they may be quiet, but they're in there like festering, like bread mold or like a fine cheese that you once had that you could have dealt with. Cheese is the worst example. Pretend I didn't say that. Let's just go with bread mold because that's freaking gross. Stuff inside of you that's not moving gets moldy and gross. And eventually it does all the things we've talked about: sickness, mental illness, all these different things. But one of the biggest things about destructive behavior, I mean, how many examples? I mean, they make movies and TV shows about the stoic man who's at the bar and he's not dealing with his feelings, but he drinks a lot or he does drugs or he gets violent. Or he gets into a lot of fights. These are all defense mechanisms to keep yourself from dealing with what's really true. So if you've got a really wonderful cocktail of these four things in your life, you've got physical ailments that don't make sense. You're feeling all sorts of emotional issues that you're not dealing with. And you're like, the last thing I need is a freaking psychologist. I need somebody to listen to me and maybe respect me a little. You're going to go on this dance. And if you've got this mixture of this cocktail of things, I want to invite you into something. Take a breath and realize that you don't have to stay this way. I've done a lot of work, not only with myself, but with other men for the better part of a decade. By not taking any action on your feelings, that's an action too. It's like that Rush song, Free Will. If you'd like to move the needle and take the first step, or maybe an additional step to the ones that you're already taking, Andrea and I have created a PDF for you. It's in the description. There's a link there. It's yours for free. Just sign up and you can have it. And we're not just trying to throw out stuff just to get your email. These are valuable things we've spent a lot of time building. And we would love to hear from you. If you've got your own story, if you need some help, if you have some advice, if you would like to share your own journey, comment and let's engage. Let's talk about it. Hey, brother, before you go, I just wanted to say, I know that that was probably pretty heavy. And I want to leave this on a high note. There's a song that I really enjoy, and it inspired me when I first heard it. It, um, it really got into me when it came out years ago. I put it in the description below. Play the song, and then I invite you to make a playlist. Make your, I'm going to kick ass and I'm going to be the real me kind of a playlist. You won't regret it. We look forward to seeing you again in the next video. I hope this has been helpful.